Hello, everybody! Today we're going to be answering the age-old question of who wins, 100 men or one gorilla? We're going to be playing a game called How Many Dudes, and I've played this a couple of times just to test it out, and this is a game demo, so you can find it on Steam for free, and I personally am very excited for the full release. Now, we're going to start out here with this little dude. He's just a regular dude, as you can see. And in round one, we are going to be fighting 10 toddlers for $100, right? So can he beat 10 toddlers? He's going to have to. Wow, that is just so gory, so bloody, so beautiful. Never seen somebody destroy 10 toddlers with such ease. Okay, I'm gonna claim my reward. Now I get to choose another dude. Do I want a necro dude, samurai dude, or cleric dude? Now I'm thinking that I'm probably going to want a cleric dude because I don't want my guys, my dudes, sorry, to run out of health. And so I think this is going to help us out there. So we're going to get our first cleric dude. Now we have two dudes. And now, as you can see down here on the bottom, we have a choice. We can fight 4 little ducks and 7 toddlers. Or we can fight 3 duck-sized horses and 3 mallard ducks. And that one gets us a little bit more cash. And you can see up here on the top that there's little things in between the rounds where you can kind of find a merchant, get little relics, you can post more flyers to get more dudes. And then at round 20 there's like a boss encounter. So we are going to go with the more expensive one because I do think, we want more money. And frankly, I just beat up 10 toddlers, so what is 7 toddlers gonna do? Alright. Here goes our guys. You can see he's gonna heal a little bit, although that's not great. Oh, please don't die. There we go. Wow, our cleric was very close to dying there, but we got a reward. The cleric actually got 4 kills too. And we get another cleric. Yay! Alright, now we've got a relic stash. We get to choose between these relics here. Now, when a dude gets knocked out, I don't really want that. The bean burrito. I think we're gonna go with the jazz flute, partially because it's undiscovered, and also because the other effects don't seem that great. So now we have our first little relic. They're gonna show up here on the right, and we can choose either 10 little ducks or 9 duck-sized horses. I think we're gonna go for the duck-sized horses. I want to get as much money as I can early on here. And they're doing pretty good. Almost. Wow, the regular dude almost got it there, but thankfully the clerics are pretty good. Okay, now we've got another choice here. That is interesting. So I think we're gonna go with the warlock because their damage is going to be taken over time, and so that offers our clerics a little bit of an opportunity to heal them. So we're going to go for that. Plus, they just look cool. Alright, and they say murder. Alright, now we have oh wow. We're going to kill 40 toddlers. Look at that. Oh, that cleric is having a time down there. He's just all by himself. He's got like 20 toddlers all to himself. Crazy. Look at all the blood. Oh, they just fly and then explode. I think I saw a kidney there. Look at that. Awesome. I think we're gonna go for another warlock dude. We're gonna even it out. And then we have our first merchant. So obviously we're going to go with the dude juice. It revives unconscious dudes if used at the ranch, which is here before battle. It revives 10 dudes, or up to 10 dudes. If used during battle, it revives 5 dudes with 50% HP. I'm going to get that. And then we have a velvet robe, which helps our warlocks. We can get universal health care, which we don't have enough for both. So I'm thinking I'd like to do the universal health care. And then strange spores, I'm not going to bother with that right now. You know, we're going to get a few more relics at some point, so dismiss that. We've got 3 gooses and 6 duck-sized horses, or 11 mallard ducks. I think we're going to go with the ducks, because we're doing pretty good right now, so I don't see any reason to go for the cheaper options. Although it looks like our warlock might be about to... Oh, no, they all survived. Everybody survived. Except for the ducks. But they're not supposed to survive. Okay, cleric or warlock. We're going to go with a cleric. I'd like to get as many as we can. And look at that. We've got another... You know, I think every fight where there's an option to fight the toddlers, we've got to go for the toddlers. I mean, can you really pass up an opportunity to just beat on 63 toddlers? No. Just look at that. Isn't that just so much fun? And the screams. The screams really motivate you. Yeah. Oh, wow, I think... Oh, there was ribs there. Okay. Okay, we got a new type of dude. Awesome. Do we want a knight? He taunts enemies. That might be pretty helpful. Paladin, which can bless them, but also kind of at his own pain. Or the Franken dude. I don't have any unconscious dudes, and I don't really want to get unconscious dudes, so I'm not sure Franken dudes are the right choice. I think I'm gonna go with the knights. They've got more health, and yeah, it'll be a good option there. Okay, so we're gonna get a knight. Oh, we got a free dude. Mob mentality. Oh, okay. Regular dudes. Oh, that's nice to know. They gain 2%. I didn't know that. They gain 2% bonus damage and health for every additional regular dude on my roster. Well, that's great. We are going to fight the gooses. I don't know why this game doesn't use geese, but we're going to fight the gooses and the mallard ducks. We're on round 7 right now, and we know there's a boss fight at round 20, so we got a little bit of time to prepare. And we're doing pretty successful right now. So, I think I'm going to speed through a few rounds, get a few more guys, and I'll catch back up with you guys once we have something new in store. Alright, now we have hit, I believe, the end of round 13, and so we've got another choice to make. We can choose between vampire dudes, bard dudes, and ninja dudes. Now, right now, as we've got it, we're going for a lot of health. We're going for distracting them with the knights. And so I think that perhaps vampire dudes might be the best choice. But let's look at what we've got. We've got the ninja dudes who can become stealthy, which, you know, is probably going to put more damage onto the knights and everybody else. We've also got the bard that will inspire 4 random dudes, which increases their damage and run speed. I'm not sure that's necessarily what we're going for. Now, we can also look at their stats here, and the ninjas do have more damage. So I think because of that, we're going to go with the ninjas. And then we're going to get back at it. And now we've got another option to fight the toddlers. You can see that everybody's jumping with joy. They absolutely love beating up toddlers. Now, I don't condone that in real life. Definitely a bad idea. But in the game, these dudes are all just happy to be here. You know, none of them have died yet. Well, they can't die, but none of them are dead. With the exception of the warlock that is, like, well, debatably dead? I don't know, he, like, sold his soul, so it's not exactly alive. But here we are, we're gonna fight 233 toddlers now. And that went about as good as it could go. We got, 233 dead toddlers and 0 knocked out dudes. So that's pretty awesome. Let's take a little look. It looks like the knights and the clerics are doing the best right now. But they do also have 5 dudes each. And the ninjas have a respectable 29 kills with only 2 dudes. That's pretty good. Let's see, we can add another knight or another cleric. I think we're going to add another cleric. And we got another free dude. Awesome. Now we are coming up on our first boss fight, so we are going to just keep getting money here. I don't see why not. We got $949 right now. We've got a whole bunch of relics here. We picked up smelling salts, which gives them a 15% chance to get revived. Now, we've got very low health. Oh, it looks like one of our knights did get knocked out. That's unfortunate. So when they get knocked out, they've got a couple of rounds. Well, I guess we'll replace them with another knight here. And we've got a relic stash. So I think we might go with Pocket Shuriken. That sounds great. 60% increased damage when they enter stealth, and the effect lasts for 2 seconds. Or we go Liquid Courage. All dudes take 10% less damage. That really stack it up with the knights. The knights are, have a lot of health right now. Yeah, the knights have a lot of health right now. Now, that could also be good. But I think we're going to go with this. I think we're going to go with Liquid Courage. And so if we look at the knights, we can see that he's knocked out for 1 round. So he'll come back after, I believe, well, after this fight. So we will go on to round 19. And hopefully nobody else gets knocked out, because that's probably not going to be a great thing. I do have a couple of dude juices, but I don't really want to use them. I want to keep those for as long as I can. Now, these big old Canadian geese, they make some big old bloodstains. Yep, okay. There we go. Everyone's alive. And we can pick up, I think, another ninja, because they've been doing really good. Alright, now, Parry Buckler, that sounds pretty good. All dudes gain a 5% chance to block incoming attacks. And then Snapback Sneakers. Teleporting back to where they were? I don't know. I think we're going to go with that. And then we're going to also grab the Dude Juice. And the Burner Phone teleports a group of dudes to the location of my choosing and grants them temporary health. I think I'm good right now. So, we've got... what is that? Knockout report. Okay. So they are all alive. This guy's got a couple of rounds. Actually, that's a did not know that existed. Knockout report. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're going into round 20 now. And we're cauterized, which means dude healing effects are reduced by 25%. And we will be facing 75 duck-sized horses, as well as 1 horse-sized duck, which has a Quack Blast that can throw my dudes. So this is going to be great. Ready, fight! Well, looks like we're taking out the duck-sized horses pretty quick. That horse-sized duck, though, is pretty big. Hasn't not... oh, I was going to say it hasn't knocked anyone out. I think it might have just knocked out a knight. Yeah. Okay, we got a couple of knockouts going on. But he's almost dead. And there we go, round 20. 1 cleric down and 3 knights. That is pretty great. And I think we're going to take another cleric just to get some more health going. Wow. Blacksmith's hammer. I think we're going to have to take Blacksmith's hammer. Yeah, just increase our knight's health. Jeez. And a free phone. That's pretty nice. Although, the knights keep dying. But they also now have, like, more than twice the health of anybody else here. So that's pretty awesome. I think we're going to go with the easier fights for a little bit. Try and get some of our knights back. That seems like a good strategy. It's working pretty well. There's a cleric just fighting a goat by himself over there. Yeah. Okay, everyone's gonna help him. There we go. His brain came out. Okay, we got a warlock or a ninja. I think I'm gonna go with the ninja, and I'm gonna go with the warlock. I want a bit more damage going to other people as opposed to just the knights. So we're gonna fight easy ones again. I haven't had a merchant in a little while, so I've got a lot of money stored up. Alright, we got another solid round in there. Now, we're gonna get another warlock. And after this round 24 here, so we're on round 23 after round 24, I'm gonna leave you guys for a bit, and we're gonna speed up ahead until we hit something interesting. For now, I think 34 goats will be good. That's pretty interesting. And it looks like we got a cleric knocked out and a warlock knocked out, but our knights are still going. I would like to get all my knights back, hopefully. Oh, there we go. We can get another knight. Another free dude. I've got a lot of free dudes. I'm up to 6 of them, which is pretty awesome. And we have all of our knights back, so that's great. So I think we're going to go with the easy fight here. You can see the little kill chart in the corner there. They're just killing rats and goats. And round 24. Alright. Here we are. We get to pick another dude. Right now we've got 4 types of dudes and the regular dudes. So I think we are going to go with the samurai. Every 3 seconds, the samurai dude dashes to the lowest health enemy on the battlefield to help finish it off. And it does the most damage out of these. The tactical redirect, I don't think is going to be that good. And yeah, I just don't need the vampires. They're kind of weak. So we're going to go with samurai. So there we go. We got another dude juice, which I haven't had to use any yet. So, you know, cross your fingers, knock on wood there. Uncanny Ledger. The warlock dude gains increased attack damage based on how much pax damage he has stored relative to his max HP. That's pretty interesting. We also have Ion Storm, reduces the cost of bottled lightning, which I don't think has even showed up in my shop yet, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to go with Uncanny Ledger. And then, for the fun of it, we're going to get another dude juice. And then we're going to fight 144 little ducks. Trying to get back to a point where nobody is knocked out. Alright, and with that, I am going to collect another knight, and then I will see you guys. Where shall I see you? Right over here at the boss encounter, if I make it there. Yeah. Okay, so here we've got one of the more interesting features of this game that I've discovered so far, and that is the Dude Whisperer. It's this little weird looking guy here, and he will take my regular dudes, which I have 7 of, which is kind of odd. I normally don't get this many, but I have 7 regular dudes, and I can pay him money to train them into something else. So if we look right now, I only have 1 samurai dude, so I think I'm gonna train a couple more of those. So I take 3 into that, and then I think I'm gonna put 2 in the others, and that was a lot of money, but it'll work out. So in 5 rounds, I'm gonna get them back. So I now have no regular dudes, but in 5 rounds, I will have 3 more samurai, 2 warlocks, and 2 ninja dudes. So I'll see you guys back in 5 rounds. Awesome! Our 7 dudes have come back, and so now I've got 2 more warlocks, 2 more ninjas, and 3 more samurai, putting us up to 10 warlocks, 6 ninjas, 4 samurai, 10 clerics, 1 brand new regular dude, and 10 knights. So we're gonna go into our next fight 34. And when I do that, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. I'm going to see you guys at the boss fight. Alright, well, we are not quite on the boss fight. However, the business dude has arrived, and he is offering to double my investment in just 13 rounds. Now, I don't have a lot of money right now, so I'm not going to take the coward package. I think we're going to go with the baller package. We're just going to throw it all at him, you know? What the heck? So I'll see that money in 13 rounds if I'm still alive. And we're going to go for the easier fight here. Just to make sure nobody gets knocked out right before the boss fight. Because that is probably not a good start to a boss fight. And it looks like the strategy's paying off pretty well. The knights are kind of taking a lot of the damage, but the clerics are also taking a lot of the damage somehow, and they are doing pretty good. Only 1 cleric down. We've got a lot of damage going on, and somehow the ninjas killed 5, and the samurai killed 4, but have nowhere near the most amount of damage. So that's kind of interesting. I think we're gonna go with another samurai, and then, oh, I wish I had enough money for that. Unfortunately, I just gave it all to the business dude. That's my bad. That would be really nice. We are gonna fight round 40 now. It's 1 alpha wolf and 19 wolves. Wolves, not wolves. I don't know where the spelling went here, but that's okay. And the enemies gain 2% increased damage every second. That's not good, so we gotta kill them quick. Alright, boss fight. Got some great boss fight music on here. Looks like our knights are really taking some heavy hits. We already got a couple of them out, and we've only killed like 1. So I think we're gonna take the time. We're going to revive with the dude juice, and then we're going to use our mushrooms, because that kind of equals out everybody's health. And that should get us to a pretty good point here. I'm going to use another dude juice to revive those. It immediately died, I guess. That's unfortunate. Alright, down to the last couple. And the last one wasn't even the alpha wolf. Okay, round 40 done. Second boss fight. What's the damage? We've got 2 knocked out warlocks. We've got 1 samurai out. The ninjas did great. They got 4 kills and nobody died. They did like 5.6k damage. That's pretty good. They also only took 405 damage. So they're really good at avoiding that, as long as we have everybody else to like take damage for them. The knights 4 of them are out. Our clerics are 3 out, so I think we're gonna grab another knight for the time being. That doesn't help much because I've already got the knights at the end of my roster, so I'm not gonna get the black sheep. We've got Dark Wand, which would be pretty good. 1 in 5 chance to take that damage on someone else. Yeah. And then, well, we have a lot of people taunting, so that might be pretty helpful. The Ancient Sword. I think we're gonna go with that. Now, I am gonna use a dude juice. It'll get everybody back. I'm down to 6. I probably shouldn't have used the ones in battle, but that's okay. We're gonna go with some easy fights for a little bit, and I will see you guys at round 49 and 50 for the Dude Whisperer. Alright, and we're back with the Dude Whisperer. This time we've got 4 regular dudes available, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I think I'm gonna use them all on the knights. Or, you know what? I'll do 2 on the knights and 1 on everybody else. Mostly because the knights were the most expensive ones, too. And we've got a relic coming up, so I think we're going to fight... Oh, this is a tough one. There's a lot here. I think we're going to go with the bees. That's doing a lot of damage. Wow. That is a really painful thing to watch here. I think we're gonna use a meteor, and we're just gonna take as many as we can out. And that was great. Knocked him down to the hundreds. We're starting to get to a real difficult point here. Around 49. I'm gonna have to use some of my dude juices right here. Otherwise, we're not making it much further. Yeah. So many deaths. Everybody got a lot. Okay. We're gonna pull a cleric. And then we're going to get the dude juice. And we're going to look loaded dice or pumpkin latte. I think we're going to go pumpkin latte because it reduces the merchant cost of health potions. And then I can buy the health potion. And then I'm going to restock on the chance we're not getting a health potion, but I will get the other dude juice. And now I'm going to use several dude juices. That got everybody back up. Okay. So what do we think? 3 alpha wolves. I think we're gonna go 1 unicorn. Yeah, we're gonna go 1 unicorn. And hopefully this goes well. Now, it looks like we've got a whole bunch of knights fighting the unicorns. Only, 1 ninja has died so far, been knocked out. It is absolutely astonishing just watching the samurai just jump across the screen. I mean, that's pretty fun to watch. Only 1 knight down. It looks like the clerics, the samurai, when they only have 1 person to attack, just really get taken out quick. The knights are doing great, as long as they have a lot of them and there's still some clerics to keep them healed. Warlocks, they do pretty well. They need to kill this guy quick, though. This is taking a while. Come on. It's 1 unicorn. There we go. Alright. We only killed every single samurai that I had. That's great. This isn't sustainable. But we're gonna see. Okay. Belted Greaves. The Night Dude gains 10% increased toughness and can no longer be thrown by enemies. That sounds great. We're gonna do that. Yeah. Our knights are just completely stacked right now. We have like everything. Okay, that's awesome. And I think we're gonna use 2 of these, not all of them. We're gonna use 2, and then we're gonna go for the easier fights for a little bit and try and get the others back. Looking pretty good here so far. They're summoning Skeledudes when they get taunted, which is pretty awesome. So we get 1 or 2 of those every round. Unfortunately, it looks like a knight was knocked out. The samurai just really, they have no survivability right now. Maybe I just don't have any relics for them, but they are not living through these rounds. Alright, yeah, one knight dude. That was about it. So we're gonna get more knights, because they're just good. Oh, I got my money. That's nice. Alright. I want the trained dudes back. We're gonna keep going with the easier fights here. Just want to try and get as far as I can. And they're doing pretty good. I really don't want the knights to get knocked. Okay, we've got a knight knocked out. Looks like the others are... Oh, 2 more knocked out. That's not great. I think we've probably hit the part of the game where we're just kind of staving off death. Unfortunately, 4 knight dudes died there. We're gonna grab another cleric. I really want to keep my knights alive. They have so much HP, and they're really hard to kill. I don't know how the samurais have 10% toughness, and they're still just getting slaughtered. Alright. Well, we're just gonna keep going. Let's see how much farther we can take this. Although we are getting to the end of our rope here. I can already see some knights dead on the ground. Another one just died. Oh, it's not going great. Yeah. The samurai are still jumping around, though. That's pretty nice. It looks like I definitely need more clerics to keep some of the samurai or some of the knights alive. The knights are the only ones getting killed, though. And I think it's just because they're taking so much. Yeah, they're taking the most damage. 7.6k damage taken. That's insane. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna grab more. Okay, we've got more. So we now have 21 knight dudes, but only... now we've got 20. Okay. But we're out of dude juices, which is not great. Alright, time for fighting ducks, I suppose. And this is where the clerics and all the low health guys start getting knocked out, which isn't great. Okay, come on, keep the knights alive. Thank you. Okay. I think the only one knocked out. Yeah, we got a ninja and a cleric knocked out. That's not bad. Now, I think we're gonna go for... I think we're gonna go for another ninja. And we've gotta get the dude juice. We've got a lot of money here. I guess I'll get loaded dice. And then I think we're gonna restock, see what we can get. Yeah, all dudes gain 10 plus damage. I guess we'll go with that. I'm gonna get bottled lightning. And then we're gonna restock. Okay. That's pretty awesome. That we're gonna get. Yeah, that's good. That should help keep them alive. And then we're gonna fight 688 little ducks. But we're gonna use lightning because it's awesome. Yeah. And it looks like we're able to keep our knights alive a lot better now. Although the clerics, not as much. The knights are definitely getting the benefit of this. But I'm not sure. I don't think anyone died on that. Did anyone? Yeah, a warlock and a cleric. But the knights are doing great, and that's the important part. So we're just going to keep getting more of them. We have 22 now. Look at our knockout report, and we've got a few coming back in 2 rounds, a few coming back in 3, and just a lot of knights. A lot of knights. I think that's the best way to do this. I think we're going to fight the Canada Gooses. See what happens. This might be a horrible idea. But I think having a lot of enemies tends to be better for the knights. The low damage really helps them. Although they are getting low. Yeah, okay, we just had like 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, a lot of them just died right there. Not great. But when the knights die, they're usually the only ones dying. And when everybody else dies, everybody else dies. 9 knights. Wow. They took 13,000 damage. Nobody else took more than 1,000. Okay, we're gonna get another cleric. And I'm gonna use the dude juice. Might be a controversial take. We're gonna go for the gooses. And that seems to be a pretty good strategy. It doesn't look like anybody's dying on this round. We'll have to check the end here. Okay, a Skeledude, that doesn't really count. So yeah, that was a good successful round. Now, we're just going to keep taking Knight Dudes, because they are just way better than everybody else. And we have enough of the Samurai and Ninja that they're able to get some good damage in, while the Knights are kind of soaking up all the damage coming in. We are almost at the next boss fight, round 60. And we've got another business dude coming our way. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. You know, I think we've recovered from the staving off death that we were at a few rounds ago. And we're just kind of going with an all-knight strategy. Lots of clerics, lots of knights. We've got a few others dispersed in there. But in general, this seems to be working pretty well. You know, knock on wood. The horses are just running around, trying not to get killed. It's not going to work. And everybody ends with really high health, which is awesome. Yeah, nobody died that round. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to pull another cleric. Free dude. We got a free bottled lightning. Awesome. And I believe, yeah, the longer we keep the bottled lightning, the more damage it'll do. So that's great. Now, I'm going to do the coward package, because I don't want to lose all my money here. And we're going to fight 824 little ducks. You know, I really want to get to another round where we can fight toddlers. Because I think at this point it's probably going to be like well over 1,000 toddlers, and that just sounds awesome. Yeah, so it looks we're going to be losing some clerics. We lost quite a few clerics there. That's not great, but everybody else should be doing great. I think it's that one knight there. Looks to be taking all the damage. Still alive. Good. Yeah. Well, that wasn't superb. 9 clerics, but none of the knights. So we're going to take another knight. We're going to grab the dude juice and the strange spores. I want the healing. We're going to use the dude juice. Get pretty much everybody back alive. Yeah. Okay. And then the health potion we're probably going to use pretty quick into the boss fight. Alright, I love that boss fight music. It is awesome. I think we're going to take a healing potion there. We're going to see how good we can do. We are not getting a lot of kills. I think I'm going to go for the bottled lightning. Hopefully it does something. It did something, although the knights are taking a lot of damage. That is not looking good. Oh no, this is all falling apart here. I think this is it. Yep, this is the end. Okay, last ditch effort. We're gonna take what guys we can, and we're gonna shove them over there. And then if we can keep a couple more alive. Who else? Who else can we? Oh. We're gonna throw him way over there. Oh, it didn't matter. Dang, they're all gone. Alright, well, let's look at our collectibles. Got a few new ones. As you can see, I'm not very good. So you get silver stars by beating round 100. This is about as far as I've gotten, is round 60. But I've discovered quite a bit. Yeah, I got a few new things. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this game, let me know. I'm happy to play it again. I think I'll be playing it just kind of for myself. I think it's fun. I've played it a couple times and gotten the opportunity to kill over 1,000 toddlers. So if anyone wants to see 1,000 toddlers being slaughtered by knights, go watch Game of Thrones. Or, you know, keep watching me. One of those will satisfy your needs. I don't know which one. And until next time, everyone have a great day, and I'm going to keep playing this, perhaps. Oh, go check out my Minecraft videos. See you later.